Hey, what's up guys? It's Patrick here, bringing you guys episode 4 of my Defenseless Champion series, and today we're trying to get our way out of Silver and head to the Gold League. But first, a lot of you guys were asking about my defense log, so I thought I would show you what's been going on. Pretty much, I'm getting 3-starred every single time and losing 20 to 30 trophies, so not really going too well. In the beginning, I think like below 400 trophies, I actually won. Like, yeah, you can see I won like 5 in a row, but once I hit Bronze League, I was getting dominated every single time, so yeah, really not going too well, and I gotta make sure I'm on my game so I don't lose a ton of trophies. Alright, so let's go ahead and do some upgrades. I thought I would do some upgrades in the lab to upgrade my troops. I had @Bounty hook me up with the gems. If you guys want to find out a way to get free gems, check them out in the description below. But yeah, that was it for the upgrades. Let's go ahead and attack, and we're gonna need about 250 trophies to hit Gold League. Alright, so for the first raid, I thought I would switch it up a little bit, use a 200 archer strategy. Looking at this base, this is actually a pretty good one to attack with it, because this guy really doesn't have any walls in the inside of his base. He only has one layer on the outside, and then a layer protecting his town hall. So if I can just drop my archers on the outside and then break through one section, I should be able to take care of most of his base. So like any army strategy at this trophy range, I'm just going to spam everything I've got. I've got all 200 of these archers I'm dropping on the outside. I will drop my king, and I think the king will be pretty important because he should be able to distract those mortars. So let's go ahead and see what he does. I'm going to drop him on the top left. He's going to break through these walls. I'm going to cool it down on the archers just a little bit until we get inside of the base. But you can see my king, and in a second, he should be able to distract those mortars after they take care of a few archers. So you can see the mortars, they just redirected to the king, and since the king has a ton of health, the mortars really don't do too much damage. This way it leaves my archers free to attack, and they should do a ton of damage to the rest of the base. Alright, so right now those 2 mortars going down did have that wizard tower drop, and this guy only has 1 splash defense left, which is that wizard tower. So whenever you have an army like this where you have a ton of troops and he has no splash defense, it's pretty much game over. So at this point, I'm just spamming the rest of my archers. Really no point. I thought I was going to switch it up in the next raid, so let's just go ahead and drop all those guys. And as they take care of the rest of these buildings right here, I can go ahead and fast forward, and it's going to wrap it up for this raid. Alright, so in total, it looked like this guy had about 28 trophies. Not too bad at all, especially for a Town Hall 6. Definitely will take those, especially seeing as I probably won't have too many more Town Hall 6s to attack once I get into the Gold League. Alright, so let's go ahead and move on to raid number 2. And for this raid, I thought I would switch it up with a little wizard healer strategy. Probably wouldn't recommend to do this if you're raiding seriously, since it's so expensive and it can be destroyed if things go bad. But let's go ahead and try it out and have some fun and dominate while we're attacking these Town Hall 6s. So to start off, I'm dropping my giants to distract, using some wall breakers to back those guys up. And then I'm going to start following up with my wizards. And wizards, they're pretty good against some splash damage, especially since you have a healer, because they do have a little bit more health than stuff like barbarians and archers. So they can take like a couple mortar shells. They can take maybe 1 or 2 cannon shots. So now that I've dropped my healer, the healer will actually heal them for a little bit and do a pretty good job. Alright, so at this point, there was an air defense I really didn't care about, so my healer did get shot down. He did a pretty good job, or she did a pretty good job while she was alive. But right now, there's only 3 defenses left that I care about. The mortar, the wizard tower, and the archer tower. So I still have a ton of wizards left, probably like 20 wizards left. So those are going to do a good job against those guys. And then after we take care of this final archer tower, we'll be good to go. So in total, this guy looks like he had about 20 trophies, not too bad. Most of the raids I find around here are for like 20 to 30 trophies. Definitely better than Champions League. If you guys were here for my quest of the top 200, I was finding bases with like 1 to 3 trophies. So it's a lot more fun trophy hunting when you can actually find trophies to raid for. But again, 20 trophies, another solid raid, and let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Alright, so for this final raid, I thought I would use the giant healer strategy. Turn it down on the wizards just a little bit. I only brought 8 of them, and I upped my giant count, and let's go ahead and attack. So if you guys have watched my ultimate giant healer strategy guide, I'll post an annotation to it on this video, but the very first thing you want to do when you're using this strategy is identify the air defense. Now, this guy's only Town Hall 6, he only has 1 air defense, but this works from Town Hall 5 to Town Hall 9. I identified where the air defense was. I'm going to drop my giants to take care of it, and then right after they take care of it, I can follow it up with my healer. So say if he had 2 or 3 air defense, I would take care of maybe one of them with lightning spells, and then if the other air defense was in the outside, I would just use some archers on those, and it's the same exact strategy. So it works pretty well. My giants are going to make their way through, and after they take care of a few of these buildings, it's going to leave me some room for my archers to do a lot of work on the base. So I did have a wizard tower get hold of a couple of my archers, but my healer's doing a pretty good job. She actually let go of those giants. They're doing fine by themselves. And really, there's only, I guess, like 4 or 5 defensive buildings left. And seeing as my giants are tanks and they have plenty of health left, it looks like we're going to be good to go for these raids. All right, so they're taking care of the final archer tower, last couple of buildings on the outside, and that should do it. So pretty successful raid. Again, the raiding is pretty simple down here in the Silver League. Once I get to the Town Hall 7s and Town Hall 8s, I'll probably have to start cooking up some more powerful armies. In fact, I think this giant healer strategy will work at least until I attack those Town Hall 9s. So we'll see how much more I use this. But again, another awesome base or raid, and let's head back to base. All right, so in total, I did a couple more raids. We got to 1,404 trophies, which is good enough to put us in gold 3. So we're making our way up there. We're almost halfway there at 1,600 trophies, but the real challenge is going to start when we hit crystal and master. So I hope you guys stay tuned. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, drop a like below. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys later. Peace!